Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is another day of Ragnarok. However, we are doing something way fucking disconnected from everything we've been doing for the past week. Because earlier today, probably at least 4 to 5 hours ago now, we got a big drop. And we're here to talk about it, and by we, I literally mean we this time. Because I'm not alone, I have a very much legendary content creator here by the name of Growling Panda.
Hello there, all of you possum people. It's me, Chris, otherwise known as the Growling Panda here. I'm with Ragnarok, and I'm really excited to talk about what we're going to be talking about today.
Hell yeah, and if it makes it easier, you can call me Tyr if you want. It's a three-letter word.
All right.
It's a three-letter name.
Okay, Tyr.
It's all good, whatever's easier for you, it doesn't matter. But yeah, we got some big drops, didn't we?
Yeah, really big, huge.
I was out today doing life things. I get home and I look at the WizTuber chat and I see you just going insane in here.
Yeah. I was really like, guys, we might be going to the Philippines. but then like 30 minutes later, I did more research and I was like, never mind, we're going to Ethiopia.
Yeah, so let's start with the wizard portion of things first. The latest tweet about the new world is we got the skybox. So on my end of things, what the viewers are going to see is they're going to see my browser, they're going to see the Twitter account over at the Atmoplex, which if you're just tuning into a Wiz video for the first time, the Atmoplex is the go-to data mining thing that grabs all the files, dissects everything. They basically find the inner information through the game files, through like Test Realm and everything like that. So they could find things early enough, and then it could basically tell us what's coming. That's for that's for those who's new and don't know who that is.
Yeah, but the Atmoplex is merely for people who, you know, are kind of impatient, really can't wait that long, so unless you don't want any spoilers, you may want to click off this video right now.
Pretty much. Now, if you do want to be surprised, get the fuck out, because you will be spoiled.
Yes. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Click off.
So, as we could see from this tweet from a few hours ago, they gave us the skybox for a new world. And after reading through, because they got the name of the files through the test patch update that just dropped, it is called Ahmarra. I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm just guessing.
Yeah, we're literally just guessing, and it's
yeah, I think it's Ahmarra, but we'll find out.
Or Ahmarra, maybe.
That too. Somebody will know. If any of you know, please help me. I'm stupid.
Yeah, because neither of us don't speak Ethiopian.
Yeah.
Or Amharic.
Yeah, we don't know, like, so I'm not bilingual, so I only know one language.
Yeah, I've been trying to learn some Japanese and Korean already, but it's like I've not done a lot of geology. No, those are rocks. Geography research. Yeah, geography research about Ethiopia, but I did like look at a lot of pictures of it the moment this teaser dropped. And that was this data mine drop, and I was like, holy crap.
Pretty much. So this is the skybox for those who are watching over on my point of view at the minute, and it's a pretty standard looking skybox. It's got blue, it's got clouds, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, when it comes to that, keep this house name in mind. By the way, this will be referenced later when we get to that part of it. But before we get too much further, when we found the world of Ahmarra as the name, I looked it up, as you can see here. Now, granted, I don't always trust the AI overview because, let's be honest, that thing kind of nerfed the hell out of Google.
Yeah.
But after doing a little bit of research, including an actual source here from 2006, because, history tends to stay a while, apparently it means the word red. So, at first I thought, red? That doesn't sound red. And this skybox is definitely not red. So I thought, what the fuck is red? But then, as we were looking through, I then scrolled a little bit and found another older tweet saying that the name of the house for the World Bundle is called the Sea Village, which I didn't think nothing of it. I thought it was going to be a Celestia expansion. Exactly what Jason Firesword here in his reaction said. Like underwater or Celestia expansion, like a subsection of it, you know?
Yeah, I was pretty way off, and I assumed Raja would become the next world, simply because of the fact that India probably has like one of the most large populated villages ever.
Yeah.
But I was so way off.
The actual population of India is also quite high up there too. It's at least top 5, top 3 most populated place in the world.
Yeah.
So it's huge. Like, it's way bigger than people might realize. So when I got the Sea Village, that's when I thought, wait. And that's when I thought, all right, Red Sea, the Red Sea. And what the fuck is the Red Sea? It is the sea that is the direct line in between Egypt and Saudi Arabia. As you can see from this map here. Let me just zoom in real quick. So over here on the west side of it is Egypt and Sudan. Then here's the Red Sea here in the dead center. And then the very east, right on the land, this is Saudi Arabia. And which basically means we're around the Middle East area of the world. But then I do some further research and find a place called Ethiopia, which Chris over here referenced. And guess where Ethiopia is? Directly south from the Red Sea.
Exactly.
So
and there's also, yeah.
So knowing all that, it's just like, plus I thought I saw some red pictures of Ethiopia too when I was looking too.
Yeah. And get this, not only is the Red Sea supposedly being referenced here, but I also noticed that in an Ethiopia empire, I think like one of the regions in Ethiopia used to be called Ahmarra, but spelled differently.
Yeah.
And yeah, that pretty much makes it obvious. Yeah, it gives it away at this point.
Right. And then I actually had to look up Ethiopia as a place altogether, because I don't really know the eastern side of the world too well.
No, yeah.
and that's when I found Ethiopia on the map again. But then I also learned that there's an ongoing conflict, an ongoing beef, like we're talking that Wendy's Baconator type beef, maybe a double, between Ethiopia and Egypt.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
That's crazy.
I didn't know that, and I don't know the severity of it. I don't know exactly how bad it is. I don't know if it's just like verbal debate. I don't know if there's actual shit happening there. I haven't done the research. I literally found this while searching for this for Wiz reasons.
Yeah, so people in the comments, you can pretty much let us know if the case is severe, because we don't really know anything. We're coming in from a Wiz point of view, so this whole thing is completely outside of the scale of what we do here on YouTube. Yeah, so that's why I probably won't get too deep into that conversation, because I'm not qualified. Yeah, neither am I. So this new world, basically. Like,
Pretty much.
what are we what are we expecting from it? Like, what do you think what do you think familiar faces do you think we might get to see? Like, anyone related to people we've seen before? Anyone?
That's a good question. Now, I will say, because of that ongoing conflict between Egypt and Ethiopia, something makes me wonder if KI actually has the guts to get Krakatopia involved in some way.
I probably honestly, at this point, it might be like a 50-50 chance.
It's hard to say because it's like,
or they don't.
And it would be it would be such a mixed thing if they did, you know.
It would be kind of a mixed thing.
Because like some people don't mind invasion angles, but then the people who know the conflict might not be so okay with the idea because it's kind of a serious thing.
Yeah, and it's a sensitive topic to talk about. It really is. Like today's problems when in Polaris, it was based off of something that happened like pretty much over 200 years ago.
Pretty much. And I normally don't cover these types of topics. Matter of fact, like political talk, I actually have banned in all of my platforms. So this is kind of me breaking my own rule once only.
Yeah, what we're hoping for is that this new world, it doesn't reach too much politics, because we might end up having another problem on our hands. We're talking to you, King's Isle. Yeah,
true. And if I recall, wasn't Mirage kind of like... What did you consider Mirage on your list here? I think you said, Persia to Saudi Arabia, which is literally east of the Red Sea.
Yeah, that's like basically, like Mirage is basically like the equivalent to the Middle East here.
And pretty much.
I was pretty hyped for Mirage because it seemed cool when we first heard about it in Wisteria.
Yeah, for sure. Like looking back at everything, let me just scroll a little bit, see if there's anything else I might have missed. I don't think so. No, that's just Barkingham stuff. There's a couple new combat animations from Turok and Xander, so that's worth noting, probably. Not sure why they're getting combat animations. That just tells me there's gonna be a fight going on involving them of some sort.
Yeah, this leads to two possibilities. One, we might get a future scene where we probably have to fight one of them for a new spell, maybe, or there might be a new mechanic where one of these where we might get them to join us in battle, like alongside us. It might be a new mechanic.
Right. Now hear me out, right? This might be a piece of why we're getting the minion update. I wonder if it's gonna tease the idea of the minion system being implemented with them being an example, being showcased here. I think the new minion mechanic is gonna be a part of the next world, because why the hell would they suddenly do a major minion overhaul if it didn't have relevancy in the next piece of the arc?
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, when they change or create mechanics, they tend to be a part of the upcoming content.
Exactly.
So it's like Test Realm.
Yeah,
so it's like Test Realm, and the update before the new world tends to kind of be a tutorial period.
Yeah. And that's more reason to believe that it's more likely that we could get Xander and Tarek fighting for us as minions in the next minion update overhaul, which is pretty exciting to us.
Right, hear me out, right?
Mm-hmm.
If there's any minions that would be really, really, like, justified to be kind of borderline overpowered, it would be the Arcanum teachers.
Yeah, because they know
to be OP.
They quite know, like, almost everything about the spiral, thanks to Sybil's knowledge, and also thanks to um Bartleby's knowledge as well. But you know,
Yeah, that is
they
true.
also live outside of the spiral.
That is also
Pretty
true.
much.
But knowing that these two have combat animations, either these two were a deep piece of it, or they're just showcasing 2 out of 7 possibilities. Okay, let's say that these became minions of, let's say that these became new minions for our schools. Obviously, Mr. Zand would be representing life, where Tarak would be representing ice, because he's the ice guy, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, ice professor.
Yeah, which as an ice main, the fact that I had to think about that depresses me.
Yeah.
But
though,
yeah, so keeping that in mind.
Admittedly, I don't think those minions are gonna be like our next main spell for Ahmarra. I think they're gonna be like kind of like side content for like the minion overhaul.
Right. It could even be as simple as a quest in the story, or even a side quest, because when it comes to like the minion update, those spells are going to be from Barkingham, so we obviously have to leave those out of the conversation since we're already getting minion updates to our old stuff and even getting new stuff. So we know that the upcoming minions are going to be Barkingham, not Ahmarra. So
yeah,
that's what makes me wonder, what the hell do they have planned at the Red Sea, even though the skybox is not very red.
Yeah.
It's very blue. I actually wonder, why do they, and this is me genuinely asking, why is it called the Red Sea?
I am not sure. I haven't done a lot of research in geography, but we'll leave this up to the people in the comments who live in Ethiopia near the Red Sea. Anyone who lives in Saudi Arabia at the moment, we'll leave those to you guys watching this, so that we can get more information.
Yeah, because it's like there's so much intrigue to this. Like, oh my God, King Cookie over here. What the fuck's an Ahmarra? God damn it, Cookie.
Welcome to Ethiopia.
Yeah. Which, at the time of post-Atomiplex, they didn't know. They didn't know what the reference was either, and I still wonder if they don't know, but that's my guess. And really our guess is Ethiopia. Plus with that little tidbit of detail that you gave me, that's what really adds a lot of weight to it. Let me see if I can even find it on the map here.
Yeah.
Because this is going to bug the hell out of me. I think that might be it. No, maybe not. I'm having to do my research, y'all. I'm genuinely trying to educate myself on this. So this might take me a second to maneuver everything, kind of know whether I'm dumb or I'm not. Okay, maybe that was it, but it is a very, very close similarity, basically. It's not the same spelling, but it's very close, and maybe the spelling is a way to, you know, make it not so...
Yeah.
Because like every world has a different name, but you can kind of tell the reference, and they're probably going to do that again here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a whole thing, and I'm curious what they're gonna do with this world. Because I know the minion update is probably gonna have a piece of it. Part of me even wonders if some of the mechanics and the spells we're all gonna get too are gonna also be some necessary, some helpful. like even the Barkingham pets. those freaking spells might end up having to come through in some fights, possibly.
Yeah.
Have you
And
seen
I
those
think
pup bellies?
have I done that? No, not yet. I'm
You haven't
still in
seen it?
Darkmoor at the moment. Well, I've seen them from the data mining stuff and everything.
Yeah,
Just
those pup bellies are insane.
but back to Ahmarra, I think this begs probably the most important question I think everyone's been trying to ask for a long time, especially me, considering I know Jackie as one of my most favorite professors in the Arcanum, aside from Velma, of course. Uh, do you think Amara could actually be Jackie Whisperwind's home world? Do you think that?
You know, now that I think about it, it's very, very possible, actually. Like,
Yes.
let me just switch this over to my game window now. There we go. But yeah, there's a very real possibility about all of this. It's just like, wow. And like, when it comes to like world drops, all that stuff, I don't really research a lot as much as I probably should. But overall, it's been a really intriguing conversation because it's just like, especially that I'm getting back to the swing of things on Wiz as of recent, because I actually took a decent length break from the game, and my content was actually other stuff. So now I'm here making Wiz content, and it's just like, wow, actually having to sit here and do the research is actually a very different experience. I don't know how much you've done it.
Well, I've done like a lot in like the first 10 minutes hearing about this because normally when you go into the Arcanum and you visit like the professor's rooms, you see like pictures of what their home worlds basically look like and like an area of their home worlds. And basically Jackie Whisperwind's picture in her scholar room shows like a pretty naturist forest with like a waterfall. And it kind of led me to believe that it first could have been like an Ice Age theme world, but then when Ahmarra was like suddenly dropped out of the blue, I took a look at some Ethiopia travel pictures, and they were like so similar to Jackie's homeworld picture back in her scholar room. It's very similar.
Yeah, 100%. Because it's just like, like there's just so much that goes into this, and and this is definitely part of why. And I'm just kind of going through the Arcanum just cause.
Yeah.
Especially because I'm just trying to remember which door leads to which teacher, because I don't know every teacher.
Well, I mean, there's obviously the schools of them that show you like on the top of the door.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think which one is Jackie.
The balance professor.
Balance, thank you. Also, how fitting, because what's one of the themes of Balance School? Desert stuff.
Yeah, a lot of desert stuff, basically.
Oh, I forgot she's a Banui.
Hmm.
Yeah, this is really intriguing. So yeah, this Jackie right here, this is the one that we're probably gonna hear a lot more from. And that's kind of like the nice intrigue about having the Arcanum now, is the fact that we're starting to learn a bit more over time, especially towards like the start of Arc 3 and onwards, kind of learning the history of these characters. You know?
Yeah.
Like we learned a bit about Zan, we learned a bit about whoever else.
we learned a lot about Ione and Ignis in Imperia. Pretty much the most out of them we could ever get. Kisma in Mirage. Bless you, Kisma.
Hear me out. I mean, what?
And most recently, Velma in Darkmoor. That's amazing.
Right. I'm not gonna lie. Her being the representative for Darkmoor made so much sense.
It did. Plus the images in her room.
Right. And it's just like, it's not even just for lore reasons either. It's also for gameplay reasons because when it comes to
because she's the Shadow Professor.
And guess the reason why Shadow started to become a thing back in 2013. The old Darkmoor.
Yeah.
Like, they basically built Shadow and Chrysalis to set us up for Darkmoor. Now, granted, she's not here in the Shadow School anymore because she is in the actual Darkmoor one now. Which I'm just gonna go ahead and go there. So, let me just load this bad boy up. Here we go. Here she is, Velma. Basically our representative of the Darkmoor storyline out of the Arcanum. So when it comes to Ahmarra, we're starting to think, this is me and Chris speculating in a way and almost knowing, that we think that the balance teacher, Jackie, is going to be the representative of the world.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to think. Who all has been represented and who hasn't? I know Velma just did.
I think everyone's kind of been represented except for Jackie. Including the Astral Professor in the Arcanum. He's obviously from Celestia.
Right, that's true. Which Celestia is known for astral magic too, so that makes a hell of a lot of sense.
Yeah, and so like everyone in the Arcanum except for Jackie so far has been represented in a way.
Pretty much. So this might be their way of clearing the last piece of that whole lore behind the teachers.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty much putting the last piece on the puzzle type thing. And then after that, we can start to look back, especially if we get more backstory behind the teachers throughout Arc 5. We could look back at Arcs 3 through 5 and think, wow, Arc 3 through 5 told us the history of the Arcanum and its teachers.
Yeah. So I do have one more question.
What's that?
This is gonna be kind of lore related. So we pretty much know at this point that Miranda Breyer is our antagonist or main antagonist for Arc 5.
Pretty much.
And after her like suddenly going wholly invisible, just set off somewhere, what's gonna be our purpose in Ahmarra?
Honestly, I'm not sure. That's gonna be difficult to tell, honestly. Cause so we know that Earth is canon in the Wiz lore now. Like, it's canon at this point.
Yeah, it is.
And part of me is wondering if at some point, either at the end of Arc 5, or maybe even it can even be how they do Arc 6 if they do Arc 6. What if Earth is our place to be for Arc 6? What if Miranda ends up getting a 2-arc story?
I have no idea. I highly doubt it.
I mean, you might be right. It would be a first ever if they did, because each major antagonist only got 1 arc.
Yeah. Even though Designed wasn't really an antagonist, just, something that everyone was afraid of because they were like...
They knew his potential.
Yeah, and plus, they literally came from literally nothing.
Yeah. So it's so if Earth isn't Arc 6, maybe the actual planet is the last of Arc 5. Send us to Detroit, please.
Oh my goodness.
Because you can't have shit in Detroit. and as a representative, I can confirm.
Oh boy.
You know,
Is that it?
I think so. I just got a little fun question for you now.
Oh boy.
If Earth is a world, or it's the place we go for an arc, where should we
Mhm.
go? Like, where do
That's
you
that's
want to go? Like, would you want it to
like
be its own world? Would you want it to be different subsections of an entire arc?
I think having it in subsections would be more interesting.
See, I do too,
Like,
especially because it's like each of the spiral worlds is a reference to something from Earth. With Earth, they don't even
yeah,
really have to make references. They could straight call Japan, Japan if they want.
yeah.
They can call fucking Egypt, Egypt. They don't even have to make up names if they do Earth.
What
So it's
if
like,
what
for
if
writing reasons, it'd be easy.
right what if right at the climax of Arc 5, the place we go to Earth is Mount Everest?
Oh,
Imagine.
you might be cooking. Hear this one out, y'all. She is cooking.
Yeah, I seriously believe that like we got some tidbits on why Miranda is pretty much doing this from Darkmoor. Um she's basically saying that Earth is not really doing so good and she's trying to find a way to like save it somehow. But her approach of trying to save Earth is probably going to be destructive for the spiral, and Bartleby doesn't want that.
Yeah.
And yeah, so what if the way she kind of gets this power and to try to save Earth, she'd have to do it right at the peak of Mount Everest.
Right. This makes me think. So if Earth is in trouble and she's trying to help it at our expense, do we end up having to make sure she fails to save Earth by like killing her? Or does something happen where she eventually comes to her senses and we basically become besties? And hopefully our wife.
Well, here's another thing. Towards the end of the Darkmoor, we kind of get like a choosing option, like a new mechanic. We get to choose what we who she thinks we should probably save. Like, do we try to preserve Earth? Do we preserve the spiral? Like, do we think one or the other? Like, there's no both. And that choice is kind of like representative to Bartleby. Like, he knows we kind of made like a difficult choice.
Yeah, because it's like, because what if it's foreshadowing? What if it's actually foreshadowing the possibility of our character, and maybe the player doesn't, and maybe they won't give the player the option to straight choose, but maybe in like lore, what if the wizard is put in that scenario at the end of the arc of like choose one? Like, what if that Darkmoor piece was foreshadowing?
Yeah. Which is kind of scary, actually.
Yeah, because
that is so scary.
Yeah, because I'm sitting here like, so even if it's for lore and the player can't like change their story, what if the lore of it is that the wizard has to choose one and the other one's just gonna fucking die?
Or what if somehow, and this might just be me overthinking, what if somehow our choices didn't really matter right at the end?
That's also a fair point. What if it was just all a bunch of, what if there was a bunch of strings attached? What if she was just stringing us along? You know? There's so much to uncover.
there is so much, but right now, I think that's it for Ahmarra. What do you think? Like, our current thoughts on Ahmarra and the rest of Arc 5 as a whole?
It's telling me that there's a lot of crazy shit that's about to happen. Like as someone who's done story writing for a lot of years before, I'm
Yeah, me
intrigued.
too.
Oh, really?
I'm very intrigued. Yeah, I've done a lot, including like my projects. You should see my projects, but I'm getting off track.
Oh, good.
Dude, I am excited.
Yeah, honestly, same. Because it's like, I know most people are gonna more care about the gameplay side of things, but that's something that me and Genevieve talked about in some of her YouTube comments the other day. Is there's some really solid hidden lore throughout the game that people just forget because they care more about the gameplay.
Yeah,
And it's,
which is kind of sad.
yeah, cause like, and shout out to Genevieve. I'm giving her a shout out because very cool person, but she did a video not too long ago which uncovered some of Azteca's lore, including some of their like writings that they did, predicting Xibalba creating their apocalypse.
Hmm.
They wrote it in advance, like it was the Mayan calendar.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah, so it's just like they kind of wrote their prediction of their own demise and they ended up being right.
Yeah.
Which is insane. And she's the one who uncovered that. To some people, that's a discovery, but to others, that's a reminder of just how deep the lore can get. See, this is why I need to do more side quests in the game, because there is lore that I am missing out on because I don't side quest enough.
Yeah. You should.
Yeah, like one day, I plan on doing like a string of streams where I'm literally just doing a bunch of side quests. Except the way I'll probably do it, I'll probably just go backwards, like start with Darkmoor, then Wallaroo, just to make the gameplay easier on myself, and then basically take the writing that's in my head and reverse it so it goes back to being forward.
Yeah.
And,
I think that's it.
Yeah, I think so, because like, other than everything we just covered, yeah, I'll be honest, I think we might have some cinema coming. I'm actually optimistic.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm curious about the gameplay side of things too, which we'll figure that out probably around the fall update, because I think that's when worlds drop, right? It usually is around the fall update.
Yeah, around October, November, December, maybe.
So like fall update, or maybe during their hype of the winter update, stuff like that.
Yeah. I don't think they do like a winter update, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
I mean, the Christmas events count, right?
We'll talk about that in December.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's not quite Christmas in July, y'all. We got another month.
Anyway.
But yeah, I think that's everything. So this has been an amazing cinematic episode of our End of Days here in Wiz, featuring one of the goats, Growling Panda.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. And I'm always down to do more of this too.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, my name is Tyr. This is Chris from Growling Panda, and we will see you in the next video. Have a good night.